5 minutes past 12. You are listening to the Mid-Morning Talk on Salam Media with your host, Mara Mukwanda. It's time for the hit list segment, and today features youth activist and philanthropist Mpho Nyangintsimbi. She's also the founder of a non-profit organization called Yangi's. Let us catch up with her and find out more about the person behind Yangi's. Good day, Mpho. Hi, Mpho.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you for joining me. All right, so let us start off with beauty pageants, because that's where you started your journey. You liked the idea of beauty pageants growing up. Where did that come from? Who inspired you and your love for beauty pageants?
Honestly speaking, I never saw myself participating in any beauty pageant. First of all, because of my body height, my body weight, and I just thought, no, I wouldn't make it. And then there was this lady who entered for that particular beauty pageant, and she told me about it. She's like, I think you should try this. And I was like, girl, beauty pageant, not for me. I'm just not the type. And she's like, no, this one is different. And I was like, how different? And she's like, no, it's actually not really about beauty. It's about empowerment. So it's kind of like an empowerment pageant. And I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So I entered, I fill up the forms, I sent my photo, and then I got into the finalist. And for me it was amazing, it was shocking, but I was really honored.
Now, what was the first beauty pageant that you entered, and how did that go for you?
Actually, that was my first, the Miss Bachelorette South Africa. And then, well, when I heard of Miss Bachelorette, I was like, oh, are we the bachelors? Looking for the bachelors. And then, no, they had to explain, no, it's actually a woman empowerment project. They're just selecting women to serve as role models within their communities. So it was the first one that I entered, which was in 2020. But due to the COVID and lockdown, we couldn't proceed. So we had to be finalists for 2020 and 2021. So it ended this year.
And it ended this year. And how did you place? Are you still a finalist?
Oh no, the finals were on April because we started on the journey started in 2019. So you can
Mm.
imagine it has been a long 2 years. So the finals was on the this year April. So unfortunately, I didn't make it to the top three. However, I was crowned. Not really crowned, but chosen as Miss Photogenic 2021. Apparently, I have a nice smile.
Awesome. And yes, you do. Now,
Thank
you like beauty pageants. What is it about beauty pageants that piqued your interest? What did you like about them when you saw that, okay, perhaps this is something that I could do someday, if not now, maybe one day?
Yeah, one thing I have to tell you is as women, we need as much confidence as we can. So when I entered this pageant, it gave me so much confidence because it actually unleashed the potential that I never knew that I had. So when I entered, I saw, oh, okay, there's potential. There's actually more to it rather than just being a beauty pageant, walking just on the ramp. There's more to it. It builds you. It grooms you as a woman. There's more things you learn how to behave, how to talk to people, how to approach people. There's a whole lot of things. It also builds your personality, your character. You become a more stronger woman, more confident woman. You feel like you can conquer the world actually. So that was most things that I learned from it. The workshops that we did, it was great. It built me to be the woman that I am today. Although I didn't win, but I won because I remained a queen forever.
Okay, it gave you a different purpose in life. And now, going back to way back, I came across something that when you were 5 years old, you were entered into a beauty pageant, but that didn't turn out so great. What happened?
Like I said, I grew up as a chubby child. They always said, "Oh, you have a nice behind," because I'm an African woman. So I entered, but like I said, now the motives, the criteria that they used back then, it's like you need to be skinny, you need to be tall, you need to be a bit more light skinned, you need to have this and that. So I didn't make it. I mean, my height, I'm short, guys. I'm like 1.6. So it went bad. But I said, I'll never do it again until I was 28. And I tried it again. And there I was in the finalist. And I was like, wow. So the power of believing in yourself, like to tell yourself that you can actually make it all depends in your mind. So I did it and I made it. And from there, I never looked back. I never looked back.
Oh, that's great. Now, we all know of one a child in particular who was chubby. I'm not sure if you know or remember Honey Boo Boo. Honey Boo Boo had the confidence of, like, I don't know. She was more confident than her mother, and she was out there getting crown after crown. And she was a chubby child, and we were like, the way she was doing it, she and her family, that right there changed the narrative for me. Like, you know what? It's all about confidence, and it's all about what's in you and what you are willing to do and to settle for as well. So if you could let people tell you what you should and shouldn't be, then obviously you're going to start believing it, and you're not going to get far. So it stems from within. So you let your confidence shine through. Besides a beauty pageant, you run a non-profit organization called Nyangis. Please tell us about it, and what do you do?
Okay, Nyangis Foundation is a nonprofit organization. So what we do is we focus on learners that are less privileged. So we do school visits and we identify those kids, and then we donate school uniforms, sanitary towels, food parcels. And however, there are other more projects that are running under Nyangis Foundation. One of them, which is hashtag Baby Mama Rise. So Baby Mama Rise, it focuses on actually ladies or girls that actually had babies at a very young age. And then now we're giving them all the moral support they need, all the financial support. Obviously, we teach them how to be financially and emotionally independent. And then we also have hashtag adopt an addict, which is one of the projects that is just close to my heart. So what we do is we go around the streets and then we adopt those Nyaupa addicts, those that want to be rehabilitated. We take them to rehabilitation centers. However, it doesn't end there. We show them love by sharing lunch together. We do it like once or twice, depending on the sponsors that we get to sponsor food and stuff. I don't know if I mentioned Nyangis Foundation doesn't have sponsors at the moment. So everything that I do out of my own pocket. However, there are people that now and then come and donate.
hmm Now, doing something out of your own pocket, obviously, it hasn't been easy, especially with the coronavirus and the lockdown last year and this year as well. Tell us about that, and how did it affect your the foundation and the way you run things?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a health worker, but somewhere last year our salaries also got cut because, COVID happened. So, but then we couldn't run our projects as often as we could. So we had to maybe the events that we used to run monthly, would do it uh, twice in 3 months or just once in 2 months. So it has really got a very bad turnout, So, but then we're hopeful again that things are coming up, and then we will do more projects as we used to and help as much people as we can.
Okay, please stay with us. I'm probably going to take a break and we will return thereafter.
Okay.
gives you the opportunity to sponsor a share in the war in South Africa for just 1,000 Rand and provide what the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, called the best form of charity. Donate online at infinigad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
Looking to get your kick? Kiki's have now reopened on 235 Matthews Maiwa Road in Durban. Head on over for the Taste with Kick. We offer something scrumptious for everyone in the family. Wraps, chicken tikka, burgers, tender grills, mocktails, milkshakes, and so much more. Corporate and events catering available. Visit our social media pages for more info or call 031 209 0119. Kiki's, the Taste with Kick.
The two major dams for the Eastern Cape's biggest metro, Nelson Mandela Bay, are running dry with no major rain forecast. The city of Port Elizabeth is facing an unprecedented water crisis, home to an estimated 1.3 million people. The Al-Fida Foundation needs your support to deliver water to impoverished areas. Support our water drive and help us raise monies for water delivery vehicles to ensure water distribution in areas of critical need. Donate your lilla to the Al-Fida Foundation. Visit our website at www.alfida.co.za or contact us at 041 484 1288.
Discover the Africa of your dreams and surround yourself with her spectacular beauty. Relax beneath her serene sunsets and explore wildlife at its natural best. It's where the pride of Africa comes together. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve. Get to know the Big Five or cruise on an elephant safari game drive. Interact with lion and tiger cubs and enjoy world-class halal cuisine while we pamper you during your 5-star stay. Indulge in the true African experience. For reservations, call now on 042-203-1400 or visit kwantu.co.za. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve, the place of gathering.
From the townships of South Africa, the refugee camps in Syria, or orphanages in Yemen, the eyes of the needy speak volumes with just one glare. We know what it's like to be at ground zero, with food essentials, clothing and blankets, fresh water portal trucks, and even on-site navigators. We use every cent to better their tomorrow. Become part of our journey to bring relief to all. Go to www.ashrafulaid.org or call us on 011-809-8181. Ashraful Aid, under the auspices of Maulana Suhail Wadi.
It's a new beginning. It's a new era. Salam Media, humanitarian journalism.
Welcome back. You are listening to the Mid-Morning Talk on Salam Media. It is 18 minutes past 12, and my guest on today's hit list is a youth activist and a philanthropist, Mpho Nyangintsimbi, also the founder of also the founder of a non-profit organization called Nyangi's Foundation. Thank you for staying with us, Mpho. Now, part of what you do is also women and youth empowerment. So what does women empowerment mean to you?
Women empowerment, to me, it just means empowering women, reminding women of their capabilities, reminding women of the power that they possess, reminding women the authority that they have. I feel like as a community, as society, they have put so much pressure on women that women they feel oppressed, that they can't even speak out. They expected to be strong even in situations they're not supposed to. I always say to women, it's okay to cry, it's okay to sleep all day if you don't feel like waking up. you know, when it hurts, you must cry. So people expect women to be, I don't know, like superheroes or something like that. So empowering women means to me that we're empowering the world, because women are natural nurturers. So if a woman is empowered, imagine wherever she goes, she just goes and empower people. Kids that are being raised by women. I mean, if they're empowered, we are raising empowered kids. So empowering women is a very a very topic that is very dear to my heart. And we empower women not only by telling them to study, reading books, teaching them how to run their own businesses. You know, we need women in the boardrooms, we need women in parliament, we need women in politics. Like women, they must take their stand, they must stand up. And then this thing of saying this job is for men, it must end, because it's still continuing. You know, when you're a woman, you're being treated differently because you're a woman. When there's a driver that's not even driving right, they're like, oh, probably it's a woman. So I feel like women need to be more empowered, and they should stand their ground, because we've been oppressed long enough. I mean, we are not seeing as anything else besides baby mamas. It's like we are just baby making machines. But when it comes to other departments, we are told to step back. So empowering women for me is very important, because women must realize and remember the power and the authority they possess. So yes, that's something that I like doing. So like I said, we've got seminars that I run, especially yearly seminars for women. We empower them, we encourage them to study, encourage them to read books, we encourage them to start businesses, you know, entrepreneurship. Because one thing that I've learned is that Black people, sorry to say that, but most Black people, they perceive entrepreneurships as poverty. So we're trying to remove that mindset to say, if you're starting selling a tomato, doesn't mean you're poor. It's actually the best way of investing in yourself. You know, I can have a qualification, but I cannot pass it to my child. But if I have a business, I can pass it to my generation, to my next generation, I mean. So it's very critical that women are empowered, because as much as we can talk about other things that are affecting women, we need them to be empowered in order to stand their ground.
And well, those who sell tomatoes and other veggies on the side of the road are making more money than those who are just sitting at home and pointing fingers and saying, "Hey, I can't do that." So you have to really weigh yourself and say, are you going to let someone dictate to you and tell you that you shouldn't be doing that because that's not what you deserve? No, I mean, this is the real world, and you'll only realize that once you start adulting that, hey, you know what, it's not fun down there. So I need to do something. I need to pull up my socks. And well, as for those women drivers, I think one woman ruined it for all of us, and now it's like, the rest of us are like, ladies, please. All right. So, what can every woman do to empower one another? Because another issue that we face is this pull her down syndrome. You know, women are competing against each other instead of collaborating with each other. So, what can we do to empower one another, especially within our communities and our social circles?
You know, one thing women needs to learn is to love themselves. You know, when you love yourself, you don't even see a need to compete with another person. It's like a flower. Flowers don't compete because they know they bloom at a different time. So if you look at another flower because it's blooming, you become jealous. That doesn't stop you from blooming. If they can understand that their time is different, so there's no need to compete. And then I say, people say, there's this thing they like saying, if you strike a woman, you strike a rock. I don't like it because it puts women vulnerable, that they should go through hardship and still be strong. I think a strong woman, like I said, a strong woman is a woman who's looking at other women to empower and not to tear them down. That's a strong woman, because you are able to love beyond you loving yourself, and you're even extending that love to another woman. That's a strong woman. You understand? So this spirit of competition amongst women also, it's one thing that's taking us down, taking us back, because I've realized that women don't really like each other. When you walk into the room full of women, you know they're gonna gossip. The first thing they're gonna start looking at is your hair, your outfit, how you walk, and then they're done with you, you know? So they start body shaming other women, you know, they start competing. And it's even sad, né? Let's look at the another pandemic that we have, gender-based violence. Né? There are so many women that are stuck in relationships, that are stuck in marriages. They can't go out because they're scared that another woman will be talking and gossiping about her. That, oh, shame, she couldn't even hold the marriage together. They're stuck there, they're being abused, they're even being killed. How many women are being killed? But if you can really dig and find out why they stayed, it's because they were scared that they were going to be the topic of the town. The society will be shaming them, calling them return soldiers. When is it going to stop? How many women are still going to die? So we need to empower, teach women that it's okay to walk out if it's toxic. Love yourself enough to know your self-worth. Love yourself enough to value yourself, that if something is toxic to you, if something is destroying you, walk away. Whether it's a friendship, relationship, jobs, just walk away. So women really need to be empowered. And I think I also feel that Women's Day could be every day, because I feel like a month is not enough. We're going through a lot. We're going through infertility issues, miscarriages. There's a whole lot of things that we're going through. So to be celebrated only for a day or a month, I don't think it's fair. So there should be more seminars. You know, these topics should be dealt with every day on everyday radio shows, TV. They should be addressed, and I think the world would be a better country.
And I personally think that this notion, this idea that women don't like each other is something that was created by men, you know, for women to dislike each other, because we know that the impact of what women can do when we come together is amazing. You know, women can run the world successfully, and it's all if we come together and we see the common ground and the common vision and goals that we have. And if we collaborate with each other, there's so much difference that we can make in this world. And who knows, we could also be the end of gender-based violence, or rather to decrease the numbers of gender-based violence that we currently face in this country, and rather be a veteran or a returned soldier than being a dead soldier in a body bag. Your family wouldn't want that for you. So go home, return home as a returned soldier and become a veteran. Somebody who appreciates you, will take care of you instead of returning in a body bag. All right. Paul, with just a few minutes left, what advice would you like to share to the women and girls in this country? And like you said, Women's Day should be celebrated every day, not just a single day or a single month. So what is your advice going forward?
My advice from a woman to woman is we must start loving ourselves. We must start acknowledging. We must start being content of who we are. We must start accepting the things we cannot change. We must just change the attitude towards life. You know, someone was asking me, "Mpho, how do you do it?" And then I looked at them, I'm like, do you think I have a choice? I was given a choice. You know, life doesn't give you choice. You know, it just throws you with stuff. I mean, like it doesn't prepare you. Like, okay, tomorrow you're gonna lose your job. Tomorrow your child is gonna get sick. Tomorrow your husband is gonna cheat on you or leave you. You know, you find yourself in situations where you don't even know how to handle them. But we stay strong. We must stay strong and try to find a way to maneuver through that. You understand? So it's very hard, I must say, to be a woman, and you are being you are people are looking at you, especially as a role model, as a someone who's out there, you know, in people's faces and people's eyes. They're just looking at you and they're thinking, oh, she's so strong. I always say I wear my heels, ne? And if they hurt, I take them off. I'm not gonna suffer pain because people are gonna say, "Oh no, she's not acting like a lady. A lady doesn't take off her heels. They hurt." That's what life is all about. When it hurts, when you're going through a breakdown, it's okay to stand back, no matter if you are a public figure or not. People commit suicide because of those things. You know, they're going through a lot, and when they start talking, they're like, "Oh, Why are you complaining, Mpho? You have everything. Oh, she just loves attention. You understand? People, mental health is very important. Let's take care of our mental health, women. Let's take care of the things that matters to us, even if to another person it doesn't matter. But be yourself. Love yourself enough. Know yourself before you go out there and share your love. Share that love with yourself. Then you can conquer the world, because we do not know. We're always hoping for the world to be a better place. But how long are we going to hope? So let us be happy with what we have, because we're like, oh, maybe tomorrow will be better. Like, for example, when COVID started, we're like, oh, we can't wait for level 1. And then here we are on the second year. You understand? We're hoping for better, but better is not coming. It's just getting worse and worse. So let us find happiness in today. Let us find happiness. The mere fact that we're breathing, we should be thankful to God and say, oh, another day, do better. Yes, cry today, sleep the whole day, but tomorrow wake up, use that opportunity to start all over again. And it's not late. Somebody was saying, oh, well, I'm 35, I'm not married, I don't have a job. You know what? Nobody set that timer and said by 35 we should have this. It's just a society. It's a mindset from the society that set those standards and say by this age you should be graduated, you should have your own house, you should have your own car. It's never too late. If you haven't accomplished all those, start today. Today is the right time, and then everything is possible if you put your mind to it. Because life is not something that happens to you. You make it happen. You make the decisions, and the decisions that you make today, they will determine you tomorrow. So let's stand up for yourself. Let's break the chains of poverty. Let's stand up and be better people. So, to all the women out there, love yourself. Go and reclaim the victory. Go and reclaim the authority that you have. Go and reclaim the power. I mean, women are powerful. They are strong. They are intelligent. They're smart. They're beautiful. So, I mean, you need all those that to conquer the world. So we can do it. So I just want to encourage the women out there, as it is Women Month, continue to be kind to other women. You don't know what they're going through. Stop saying unnecessary things. Stop body shaming other women. Stop talking about their marriages. Stop talking about their career. You don't know what they're going through. So let's just be kind to one another and love ourselves. So yeah, happy Women's Day and happy Women's Day to you too. Oh yes, every day it's Women's Day to me until the month ends.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Paul, and for sharing that with us. That advice, very beautiful. I wish you well in your future endeavors, and we'll catch up soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.
Thank you so much for having me. Bye.
Mpho Nyangintsimbi, a youth activist, women empowerment activist, a philanthropist, and also the founder of a nonprofit organization, Nyangi's Foundation, taking us through being a hit list and what women empowerment means to her. As the saying goes, you never know how strong a woman is until she is put in hot water. She's like a tea bag. And you never know how strong she is until she is put in hot water, and then you'll see true colors. Anyways, it is 12:33. Just stay with us. We will be right back.